Back to school season is here. New schedules, homework battles, and more forms to sign than you thought you signed when you did your mortgage. But right now, I'm doing something that research says can increase your mood, make you sleep better, boost your brain, and even strengthen your most important relationships. Here's a hint. It doesn't involve kale or a new gym membership or matching workout clothes. It's walking, just walking. Welcome to the Catholic Couch, the official podcast of the Catholic Counseling Institute, where we integrate the wisdom of the Catholic faith with modern psychology to give you real tools for real life. I'm Amber Pilkington, Catholic therapist, wife, mother, and woman who knows that sometimes mental health tips come with shoelaces. Today we're talking about all the mental health benefits of walking, but I'm not the only one who agrees. Now, I'm not talking about exercise or step counts or calorie counting. In my world, walking is more about what it does for your brain and your mood. So our first shift is to stop seeing walking as a form of exercise and more as a brain boosting, mood altering, all around healthy addition to be a great steward of that body that God gave you and your nervous system. Now you might be wondering, why is a therapist talking about walking? Here's why. There is a growing body of research that shows the incredible mental health benefits of walking. In fact, there's a new type of therapy called walk and talk therapy. And studies have shown that when clients use walk and talk therapy, their depression scores are lower and their session satisfaction is higher. This is not some movie trend where client and therapist walk down a lovely sidewalk lined with trees next to a lake, mom juggling toddlers, or a student juggling all of your exams, or just a human who could use more peace in their day. This one's for you. Now, you know I like to start with the science, so let's break it down. Take it away, Research Amber.
Let's get ready for the research roundup. Harvard depression study. This wasn't a click here to take our quick poll kind of study. It was longitudinal, meaning researchers followed people over years to see how habits affected mental health. Over 8 years, they tracked thousands of participants, looking at how much they walked and whether they developed depression. Just 15 minutes of brisk walking a day, that's fast enough to make you breathe a little harder, was linked to a 26% lower risk of developing depression. To make that number feel real, imagine 100 people likely to develop depression over the next decade. If they all started walking 15 minutes a day, about 26 of them might not develop depression at all. Walking boosts serotonin and endorphins, balances stress hormones, and increases blood flow to the brain. Think of it like watering a wilting plant. It perks everything up. If a short walk can lower depression risk, what else can it do? Let's talk anxiety. This one starts with mice. Stay with me. One group of mice got regular wheel time, the others sat around. Then both were exposed to mild stress. The active mice had calmer amygdalas, the brain's fear center, so they didn't overreact. The sedentary mice, their stress alarms went off like a smoke detector during a burnt toast incident. In humans, it's similar. Regular walking conditions your brain to respond to stress without hitting the panic button. It's like a software update for your nervous system. Calming stress is great, but what about when your brain won't stop rehashing every awkward thing you've ever said? In this study, half of participants walked through nature, half along busy streets, and then looked at brain scans. The nature walkers had significantly less activity in the subgenual prefrontal cortex, the brain's stuck-on-repeat area. Translation: walking in green space can help you stop replaying that thing you said in 2012. Postpartum walking review. A systematic review, that's multiple high-quality studies combined, found that gentle, consistent walking lowered depression scores in postpartum women. This isn't about bouncing back. It's about boosting endorphins, soaking in sunlight, and remembering there's a world beyond the nursery walls. Workplace walking study. In a randomized controlled trial, office workers who took short walking breaks reported higher energy and lower tension by day's end. A 5-minute loop beats an afternoon coffee crash, and you might actually sleep tonight. Stanford creativity study. People took creativity tests while sitting and while walking. Walking, inside or outside, boosted creativity by about 60%, and the effect lingered afterward. If you're stuck, your best idea might be waiting halfway around the block. Sleep medicine study. Regular walkers reported better sleep quality and fewer insomnia symptoms, even without intense workouts. Walking helps your brain keep a healthy circadian rhythm so you're alert in the day and ready for rest at night. BMJ Depression Meta-Analysis. A meta-analysis of randomized trials found walking can reduce reduce depression symptoms as much as therapy or medication for some people. It's not about replacing treatment, it's about stacking the odds in your favor. Nature Prescription Study. In this trial, patients were literally prescribed outdoor time. Their depression and anxiety scores dropped. Nature plus movement equals mood medicine, bringing it into real life. Here's where most people lose momentum. They hear the benefits, think I should do that, and never start. Let's fix that. Start small, 5 to 10 minutes once or twice a day. Attach it to something you already do. Your coffee, your post-Zoom break. Choose your style, solo prayer walk, connection walk, or green space walk. Make it easy. Shoes by the door, jacket ready, walking pad plugged in. Track your wins. Simple notes count. Mix it up, different routes, playlists, moods. Give it 2 weeks. Your mood journal will tell the story.
Now, I know that not everybody can get outside, and sometimes in the Texas heat, it's not even safe to do. Not all of us have the time, energy, or finances for the extra gym clothes or gym membership. But even small amounts of walking, even slowly through the day, can have great results. Here's the thing about our emotions. Think about the word emotions. It has the word motion in it. Emotions need us to move. Emotions do 3 things. They give us information about the environment, prepare our body for action, and create salience in the brain. Now, when it's activating emotions like anger, fear, or stress, we've all heard about cortisol and adrenaline, but did you know that you get a flood of other neurochemical cocktail in your brain? It is a neural event. And when you are in fight or flight or triggered into fight or flight, it used to not be a problem. Lion runs at us on the savannah, we get triggered, dump of hormones, and we run. But that usually doesn't happen anymore. The worst thing to do when you are sad or anxious or stressed is to sit still. To help your body metabolize those neurochemicals, you can give it a little boost by just moving. That left, right, bilateral stimulation that happens when you're walking has a way of soothing our nervous system. Not exactly sure why that happens, but the studies are solid. Walking can even help in your most important relationships. There was a study done with teenage boys that showed that they were more open whenever they walked with someone. So if you've ever had the experience that I certainly have, what'd you do at school today? Nothing. How was it? Fine. Then maybe today after school, you ask your kiddo to go for a little stroll with you around the neighborhood. And to help you guys out, I created a free printable. There's a link in the description with some ideas for some questions to help you guys along. And it's certainly a healthier habit than sitting on the couch with processed food and a dopamine dispenser in your hand. So whether you're walking to school pickup, pacing the kitchen while the pasta boils, or using one of these really cool little walking pads that I found in the middle of your day, I'm actually between sessions now. Every step counts. Steady, small movement can increase your mood, sharpen your mind, and even strengthen relationships. If you'd like to know more about my nifty little walking pad, I'll be sure and link that in the description too. But just know, walking is one of the easiest, cheapest, simplest thing to do. You certainly don't need one. You don't need a gym membership, fancy shoes, or even a fancy outfit. Our bodies were made to wander. God knew what he was doing when he designed us this way. For almost everyone, check with your doctor, walking is a healthy and safe activity to do. If you found this helpful, could you like and subscribe? We're getting so close to 1,000 subscribers, which absolutely blows my mind. And maybe share it with a friend who needs a little nudge to take the first step. And as always, no matter where the path of life may lead you, there'll always be a place for you here at the Catholic Couch.